Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? I'm here at the state capitol right now. Just wrapped up the annual Parental Rights Health Freedom Rally here. It was awesome, great turnout. I just kind of wanted to show you some of the goings on in this place. It's pretty like it's more impressive than like a church. Most churches, I mean, there's some pretty impressive churches out there. But yeah, it's, I think a lot of it has to do with kind of deifying the government, making it a big, huge, stately place, ornate, impressive, like in the way that churches are, where you kind of have the feeling of like awe and power and that sort of thing. But guess what? This place is just filled with a bunch of dudes, just like everybody else, that are completely fallible. And we need to keep that in mind. They work for us. They're not our kings. They're not our rulers. They're not. They're supposed to be looking out for us, looking out for our rights. We elect them to look out for us. They are our employees. You know what I mean? So we need to keep that in mind and not allow them to dictate things in a free society to us. It really comes down to a matter of freedom. If you want to do a thing, especially a medical thing with like your family or whatever, your children, you as the parent should get to decide what you do, okay? At least that's in my view. In a free society, if we don't have the right to choose what we do with our own bodies, with our own families, we truly do not have a free society any longer, especially when there is risk involved with a particular medical procedure. Any medical procedure, even if it's the most beneficial one in the world, they can't force you to go in and get breast augmentation, even though it'd be super beneficial, Yeah, no, I'm just playing. But I'm saying, like, in general, guys, it's important. And even though it's not getting as much publicity as it was, in the last couple of years, they're still going after us. They're going after the kids. They're trying to take away the medical exemptions, the conscientious exemptions that we have for our children that have been in place for almost 50 years in this state, that say if we don't believe that our kid would benefit from getting a certain medical procedure, then we have the right to be able to still go to school and participate in society, that's kind of important, the whole participating in society thing. Anyway, got me fired up, man. It got me fired up, and they're coming. And this is number one, okay? This is number one. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again, and harder and even more dramatic things than that. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I love being peace and love all of the time, but sometimes it's time to fight, and sometimes it's time to wake up. And this is one of the things. We don't have anything if we don't have our freedom. We don't have anything if we don't have our freedom. If you want the place to turn into a Chinese, 1984 dystopian whatever, they are actively doing this. They are. I mean, don't believe the hype. Almost everyone in our government is co-opted by special interest groups, and those special interest groups are co-opted by these big conglomerate entities that are pulling the strings on it. It's not a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy. It is, because conspiracies happen. If you've ever, if you know your history at all, do you know how Hitler got in supreme power? This is documented, okay? This is history. He set fire to the Reichstag or whatever, the Senate or House of Representatives, the government building, and blamed it on the opposition and seized emergency powers to do whatever he wanted back in the day. Okay, these things happen. Okay. Do you think powerful people don't talk to each other and collude, ever? You think that that's outlandish? That's an outlandish thing? What would be outlandish is if they didn't, because obviously, like price fixing for like huge corporations and whatnot, it happens, okay? So anyhow, another thing is like, just think of this. Pfizer is the biggest felon. They paid the biggest criminal fine in U.S. history just back in 2011 for suppressing adverse reactions in their trials and bribing doctors and all of these things. Dude, 2011? Do you think that they don't have some of the same people there pulling the strings, if not the same people there doing the thing? If they were a person, they would still be in jail, okay? But because they are a corporation, they're not. And now they're the savior of the world? Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, so a whole bunch of other stuff. To cap it off on a positive note though, this is the best virtual reality game I've ever had the pleasure of participating in. And you know what? It is what it is. Without a protagonist, if there was no villain, there would be no opportunity for heroes to get up and do their heroing. No challenge, no championship. We're all happy warriors that choose to fight. I don't let it get me down anymore, because I say I love it. I'm gonna use this opportunity to do what exactly I'm here for on this planet, to be a happy warrior and do my thing and play my part. And I think my part is to fight, is to be a happy warrior and to fight for our freedom. And you know what? Every generation has got its challenges, and this is just the challenge of our generation. Life goes on, but it does not take the majority to change society or to cause amazing change in the world. It takes an irate minority lighting fires of freedom, fires of liberty in the hearts of men and women, mankind, whatever, people. And it only takes about 10% of the population to truly wake up and start making noise. The vast majority of people, like 40, 50%, will go along with whatever it is and be like, yeah, I also believe that thing, that's the most prevailing thing. And that's what gives me hope, because there's enough smart and intelligent people out there that are waking up to what's really going on to actually make a change. And this could be the beginning of something great, because status quo it's not good. It's been our freedoms, society in general, almost all over the world is being eroded little by little. But I don't know about you, but I enjoy the freedom to do what I want, to go where I want, to eat what I want, and to be what I want in this life. And if you do too, check it out. These things are real. They're happening. Just because they're not on the nightly news does not mean that it's not a real thing. So anyway, I love you guys. Life is fantastic. This is we're up to the challenge. We can do this. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.